Okay, before we even get into the numbers, you guys were jonesing for a win. So how good did it feel just to get a W Friday and walk out of the stadium with a win?
Felt really good. We really needed to get a win going in 0-3. Our first 2 games we didn't play bad.
Okay.
We had just like rough quarters, but that win we really needed to get our hopes back up and get back on it.
So to drag a little bit because you put in so much work and you work out all summer, and then you don't totally see the results. Was it starting to be a drag, or could you see signs coming that we're doing good things? Just hang with it, and it'll pay off.
We could see the signs with like the earlier games. Like we played great, like half the game, but the other half we would just fall apart. But you could tell that it was coming along, and now all of our players are starting to come back. We're getting healthy, so it's looking
Do you feel like you have some momentum now? And that puts a great taste in your mouth, I know. Getting a W. Can you talk about that? Just getting some momentum now. You feel like you're on track and you can go do some things.
Yeah, I feel like our team has our momentum going. We got a little mojo going now.
Okay.
It feels good.
Okay. How was the field conditions Friday? Because the grass games that I heard about and I was at were just mud. How was your field?
It wasn't too bad. It was kind of like squishy, but it wasn't too bad.
Okay. That was at E-Town?
Yeah.
Could you get your traction? Could you get your footing, or did it get worse as the game went on, or how'd that go?
I felt like I had traction the whole way through the game. It wasn't really a factor.
Okay. At any point Friday, did you pinch yourself? Like, is this happening here? Nobody's laying a hand on me, and I just keep scoring touchdowns. Did that happen?
I didn't. I just kept going. I didn't really think about it too much because we need to keep scoring points to just put them away.
Okay, that got to be a shootout kind of a game, didn't it?
Yeah.
I saw they kept scoring too. And you ever had a game like that?
No, that was the first time.
Midgets, little leagues, anything like that, where everything just went and.
Not like that.
Okay.
It was a great night.
Okay. When you finally saw the number, the rush number, were you startled? Did you smile? What was your reaction when somebody said, "Hey, you had 344"?
It kind of took me off guard because I didn't really keep track of what was going on.
Sure, you don't know when you're playing.
And I wasn't expecting that high of a number.
Okay. Who do you credit for that?
My line, of course.
Of course, you're a running back. You got to talk about the line. Okay, who are those guys, and how did they do Friday?
We got Bolt, Price, Ayers, Billy, and Bill Spiller, and they did a fantastic job. They created holes. Okay. I mean, those holes were ginormous in some of those plays, and I could just go right through with no problem.
I think all your touchdown runs were like 40 yards or more. That's mammoth holes.
They were big holes, and they kept going down and making more blocks, which helped. They'd pick up linebackers, and it helped even more. Okay.
How's it going with Stitz? This is his first year doing this. Is he getting his feet
a
little more comfortable, figuring out how to play that position? And
yeah, he's doing a real good job. The timing's down. He can make passes, add into our pass game. It's going real good.
Okay. You guys have one of the most fun offenses, I think, in the league. Spread, shotgun, wing tee stuff. What's it like playing in this offense where you got a lot of things going on and pistol stuff, and there's a lot going on in your offense?
Yeah.
How fun is it to play in that kind of an offense?
I enjoy it because there's we mix things up, and defense don't know what's coming because we have all these fakes and stuff, and it works perfectly. I think I like playing in this kind of offense. Creates opportunities.
I was never a running back, so I don't know what that feeling is like. But do you get in a zone when you get in a game like that where you just see holes, you see blocks, you see gaps? I mean, I think for the season you're averaging 15 yards a carry, so you're obviously doing some things. Can you talk about what's going through your mind from the time the play is called till you get the toss or you get the handoff, and where you're looking and what's going on?
When I hear that I'm going to get the ball, I don't really want to think too much because I feel like if I think too much, I overthink stuff. And when I get the ball, I just let it happen.
Okay.
I'll give my blockers the chance to make their blocks, and then I just make a cut off of them.
Okay.
And I think not thinking as much helps me more. I have no thought, and I'm just do what I have to do.
You like to slow it down.
Yeah.
And just kind of look. How much of it is, I mean, you have great speed and wheels, obviously, but how much, when things are going well, how much is vision and just watching the play develop and looking and seeing where you're going? How much of it is that?
Probably most of the play is off of that, because if you don't make that right cut, you're not going to get those big yards.
Mm-hmm.
And finding that hole is what you got to do to make the big play. So I feel like it's very important to slow it down and find your hole and let your blockers make their blocks.
And so far, so good with that this season?
Yes.
Especially Friday?
Yeah.
You've done some things on special teams as well, and I've always said you got to want to do that. You got to want to stand back there and take a kick or a punt, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get a charge out of that, being a special teams guy and popping one on special teams and taking one to the house? And what's the trick of being a good return guy?
I like it. It's like, I feel like it's one of the most adrenaline rushes, because it could be like a game changer, getting a kick return and stuff. So I find it like an adrenaline rush. It's very exciting.
Get nervous when the ball's hanging up there, end over end, spiral. When's this thing coming down? Don't drop it. The lights are in my eyes. I mean, what goes through your mind in that situation?
I do get really nervous on, like, if it's an opening kickoff and you're just back there waiting for it. It's pretty nerve-wracking because you don't want to drop it. Or
Sure. Is it the same thing? Looking for wedges? Where's your wedge guys? What what are you looking at in that situation? Because you're not in a really like a formation or a toss or anything. You're just looking to find daylight, I guess, in special teams. I
kind of see it as the same thing, because you gotta let your blockers get to their blocks, and then the hole will just open out of nowhere, and then you can just take it. So I see it as the same thing.
Have fun with this question. Are you? Not that any of you guys are out there looking for, like, headlines or look at me or any of that stuff. Do you feel underrated at all? I don't even know if you even think about that stuff. I mean, everybody kind of knows Clay and the Catholic guys and Wilson and Mannheim. You've done all this stuff, but I don't know if a lot of people know who you are. Are you cool with that, or do you even care?
I'm fine with that. It doesn't bother me at all.
Okay.
It's the team, it's not me at all.
Sure. You're looking for W's.
Yes.
Yeah.
W's, playoffs.
Big time.
That's all I care about.
Because you guys tasted it a couple years ago, and I think you're kind of fighting to get back to that spot.
Yeah.
Is that fair to say with your program?
We want to get back there.
Sure, absolutely. You got the Barons this week.
Mm-hmm.
What's it like Mannheim Central week, knowing those guys are coming to town?
It's more exciting. I don't know. It's kind of like a rivalry. It's like you gotta be more pumped for this one. It's weird.
They bring it out of you. Just that uniform and that name. Do they just make you?
I guess I feel like our team's more excited for this game, because I was talking to some players and we're all ready to go for this one.
Okay. And like you said, mojo has got to be going, because now you have a win, and you tasted that, and you'll have some momentum.
Yeah.
You wrestle?
Yes.
I thought so. Any plans for next year yet? Wrestling, football? Thinking about it, or?
Well, I'm not quite sure yet. I know in football I can eat, so that's a good thing.
There you go. You don't have to cut weight in football.
But I love wrestling too.
Okay.
So
when it's football season, you want to play football. When it's wrestling season, you want to wrestle.
Yeah.
Do you see college in your future? I mean, is that something you want to go do? And
yeah, I want to go to college for a sport and get a better education.
Okay. Any feelers yet? You getting letters or anybody calling you for either sport?
I got a couple letters and a few calls for football.
Okay.
Wrestling, I got like a couple letters.
Okay.
So
you're just gonna play it out, do your 2 seasons, and see where you are maybe next spring.
That's what I'm planning on doing.